Well, we just got back from vacation. We were gone for a week, and we had planted the tiny quick fire hydrangeas, and we went ahead and set them up on a drip. We had it automated with an app, and before we left, everything was great. Of course, when we left, it didn't work. So my poor little hydrangeas got no water, and they're pretty crusty and pretty dry, and I'll show you. These poor little babies are so crunchy. They're really bad. In fact, I was trying to feel around and see if I could find one leaf that wasn't crunchy, but they all are crunchy. So I think what I'm going to do is prune them. One of the reasons I'm not giving hope on them is they are still green. Take your thumb, scratch down the bark, and you can see right there this green underneath. And that's pretty high up. It's actually all the way to the top. So the plant's alive. It just went through some stress, obviously without water. And here's the drip system we put in. And before we left, we tested. Drip was working fine. We made sure we had enough water coming out of the drip, and we did. It just somehow turned off the app. We didn't do something right, but that's okay. Other one over here, what I did do is I took off the flowers. At first, I wasn't sure if I was just going to keep watering, leave it how it is, and see what comes back, if anything. Okay, I found these two when I went to Home Depot today, and they had about 4 hydrangeas left because I was looking to think, do I want to replace those little quick fires? Tiny quick fires. But I don't. I want to see if they'll come back next year. So anyways, I found they were kind of hidden down on the ground. These endless summer. We're going to plant them. And fingers crossed. Oh. And if they do, I'm just going to keep planting hydrangeas. Next year, in the spring, if these come up and start doing well in the spring, well, then I'm going to start adding this bed. We have quite a few beds that we can add hydrangeas. Now I am going to get pruning these tiny quick fire. And we're going to see how they do. There is green underneath. Oh yeah, now I'm cutting off the dried part and trimming. Even a little bit there. I'm going to be really careful what I'm cutting off here because as I get into this, you'll really see that there are some nodes. They're very close to the top here. Any quick fire, I think I've got all the dried flowers off. I could take some of these leaves off, but I'm not going to because I can see the little nodes are kind of coming off of them. Some of them, there's like 3 nodes here, and then the leaf is coming off. And so I'm going to leave that. And this one, I had already didn't prune it. I just came over and was pulling the flowers. And so let's kind of see where we are here. Just right under the flower, you're seeing these little green nodes coming out. Wow, amazing to me. This is why gardening's fun. And my husband's like, just pull them out. I'll get you new ones. I'm sorry, I messed up the water. His fault. He thought we had it all perfect before we left, but he's pretty good at sprinklers too, so I'm not sure what happened. And the drips are working, it's just the timer isn't working. So when he turns the zone on, drips come out just fine. Something to do with the timing of the app. That's not my department. I have him do all the irrigation. So I've been hand watering these. And after I got home, I've been soaking them. Actually, we got home on Sunday, and here it is Friday. Gosh, time goes by fast. So I have been hand watering these, doing slow about 2 times a day, just slow hand watering them. And let's see how they do. I'm going to keep doing that. Doug's going to work on the drip system tomorrow, ensure that that's working on a timer, because obviously you can't hand water all the time. And not too much that we took off. All right, little ones, I'm going to water you again. It does get hot here. I did water soluble. So they have food for this week, and I'll water them right now. Dried clippings help keep the moisture in, or if that's just danger for having bugs. Might be risky. That one up, I just don't know. The hydrangeas. We're learning. I did go to Home Depot, Park City. That's kind of what I'm limited to, but I gotta be honest, I like their stuff. So I just picked these up. Beautiful Garden Mum tricolor, $25, and the size is wonderful. Get in here, you can see you've got, this is an orange that's going to be coming out. Got burnt orange, and then you have this pretty pink lavender color, and I believe if you move over here, we've got some yellow. Really pretty. And if you notice, it's really got a tight habitat, and all the blooms are kind of new. So I'm hoping that it's going to last all the way to September. It's August 1st, and I know that seems really early, but in Park City, number one, they get them early, and you have to get it before the inventory's out. But also, we're already getting cold evenings. Some of the leaves on the trees on my morning hike were already turning yellow, like golden. So I think these are going to be outside, obviously. They're going to be just fine. And my geraniums are doing great. After I went ahead and cut them all back in a previous video, I did that, but I really pruned them. Took them all back, took all the dead leaves off, all the dead flowers off, step flowers, and they're really happy. And I took all the we had a lot of long legs coming off, and I took those out. I'm really pleased with the geraniums. Well, we've just come in from doing the video and pruning the hydrangeas that died due to water, but they're not dead. Again, they have all the green, but I did prune them. Just wanted to show how the rice flowers are doing with the St. John wort. Of course, I got these at Trader Joe's. They are turning out so pretty. And so far, the St. John wort is getting it's dying off quicker than the rice flower. Rice flower is so pretty. In fact, some of the blooms look like they're opening a little bit, but the contrast, it doesn't look Christmassy. I mean, I was like, red and white, what am I doing? But the St. John wort has a really nice burgundy color to it. So I just love that look. Kind of like whatever they have that looks good, I'm going to try it and mix it. I've never worked with rice flower before. St. John wort, I think in Christmas time I have. So I just like it. It lasted a week so far. Well, got them on Sunday. And it's helping out. Well, hello. Here we are, August 18th, and it was the first day of school for Park City High School. But we have some success with our hydrangeas. So come along. let's see how we're doing. I did a video on them when we planted the tiny quick fire. We planted them a month ago. Then they were in the ground for about not even a week. We left right after we planted them and went to North Carolina. And then when we came back, we thought they were all dead. And I did a video on that where all the leaves were crunchy brown. Everything was crunchy brown. So I cut everything off. I cut every single dead leaf back. We did the scratch test and we saw that there was still some green. And these have been growing for about 2 weeks now. So I cut the leaves off, and 2 weeks, what I did is I did slow watering, deep watering for the 2 weeks to bring them back. Every week I did a water soluble fertilizer. And so far, I'm really impressed. You can get down at this one, this tiny quick fire. Every single stem has a leaf node coming out, but that's a lot of growth, I think, for 2 weeks. So I'm really impressed. We have another challenge, which is kind of fun. This guy has less leaves growing. So I'm thinking there's 2 reasons for it. One, this hydrangea gets more sun, because over here, as you can see, we have larger trees coming down. So late afternoon, when they get the hot heat and the most sun, I think this one has more shade. And over here, definitely has more sun. Second difference is we planted with compost on this hydrangea. And then I ran out of compost and we had to use organic planting soil. So those are the 2 differences, and we'll see how they turn out. But I'm very excited. Hopefully they'll get enough green on before the first frost comes, but I think they're going to do just fine. I thought for sure that we're going to have to pull these out. So I'm really excited how much growth we're getting. And this week, well, we're on Monday, so I'll go ahead and give them more water-soluble fertilizer. And I think I've switched from not doing the hand watering every day just to the dripper. So I'm going to watch them. If they still seem like they need a lot more hand watering, I'll be sure to do that. That ground was really hard, wasn't it, Doug, when you were digging it? So I think what we have to contend with too is that the water doesn't stay, it doesn't really stay absorbed due to this soil. And then follow me down here, and we planted the endless summer hydrangeas. They're the pop star. And these have been in, I'd say, for 2 weeks, Doug, right?
That's about right.
About 2 weeks. And I got them at Home Depot, and they were kind of the last of the bunch. And so they were looking a little expired, but not bad. They still had some new growth like this on. Now, I think just kind of the smaller. This is really grown. And you can see some new leaves here. But before we planted them, we did notice that it had some of this white and brown leaves. But what we're more concerned about is the white on the leaves. And I used my Plant Parent, the app that I love, and it said it was a fungal. Do you remember the name? It's on the phone, but I don't remember. Circosporo. We'll look it up and let you know. But it is definitely a fungal disease that we need to make sure that we take care of. I think it's like 1 teaspoon, 5 drops of dish soap, and then 16 ounces of water. So what it says to do is cut back the leaves that have the fungal on them, which is quite a few, but we'll cut them back. And then it says go ahead and spray the whole plant. I have to wash my hands after I've touched all these leaves. And then hopefully that should take care of it. Okay, here we are. We're going to make the treatment that the Plant Parent told us to make. And that is 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, the hardest part is going to be able to get it in here without. Pretty good. 1 teaspoon baking soda, 2 cups of water, and then 5 drops of dish soap. Now that wasn't exact, but it's kind of like my cooking. A pinch here and a pinch there, and it works out just fine. I'm gonna shake this. And I don't want this fungus to spread even more on these leaves. So first, here's our treatment. But they said go ahead and cut off the leaves that have the damage. All right, let's go ahead and spray the treatment on them. Give it a shake. Oh, this leaf still has it. As soon as I got in the sun, I could see more damage. All right. On the top, spray. Yeah, it said underneath, so we'll do the top first, and then we'll go underneath. No. Huh. Look at this underneath. I don't know. Well, it doesn't work when I have already sprayed on it. I'll look on that. Oh, this little guy needs to go too. I thought I saw like more white stuff underneath. Okay, I think I've gotten, now the wind's blowing that way, so I don't want it all over me. That plant is good. I've got the underside, top. All right, let's start over here. I'm gonna do the top first. Let's see if I see what they look like underneath here. Maybe that was just dirt. I thought I saw like some white, almost like little eggs, but maybe it was just the dirt. Because this plant does not have that. Okay, spray the top first. And underneath, I just kind of push it right up. Obviously, this is all organic with just being dish soap, baking soda, and water. I'm not worried about spraying my hands. I still have my ring on. I didn't put gloves on for this. And if my little puppy was around always, I wouldn't be too concerned either. Okay. I think that's fully treated. All right, we'll see how they do. And just a quick update, the mums are looking beautiful. I did a video when I first got them, again, at Home Depot, and they just had all the buds were just like this, completely closed, in very tight form. And now look at them, they're small. You can tell right here the flower itself is small, but it's very compact and gorgeous. So they actually like a lot of sun. And now that we're getting late August, and here we are, what time is it? About 3 o'clock. I may start pulling them out a little bit because they're just getting, I think, a little bit too much shade. So I might pull them out and we'll see. Well, I used my shears to cut with. And, oh, there's Ari. Hi. You didn't come out and want to take care of hydrangeas, huh? But when you use any tools and you're treating for fungus, I'm going to go ahead and treat these and make sure they're all washed and clean so I don't spread it to my other plants.